What is measurement? Measurement is the process of comparing unknown magnitude of certain parameter, with the known predefined standard of that parameter. For example, here we can see an object which is having an unknown length. If we have to measure the length of this object, we measure it with the measuring tape, that has predefined markings on it. After comparing the unknown object with the standard, we can obtain the length of this object. What is standard in chemistry? Standards are materials containing a precisely known concentration of a substance for use in quantitative analysis. A standard provides a reference that can be used to determine unknown concentrations or to calibrate analytical instruments. In clinical chemistry, a standard is a primary reference material, with which the test sample is compared in order to determine the concentration of analyte in that test sample. Example: glucose standard, urea standard, etc. A primary standard is a substance, which can be obtained in a stable, pure, and soluble solid form, and dissolved in water, to give a solution of accurately known concentration. What is unit of measurement? A unit of measurement is a definite magnitude of a quantity, defined and adopted by convention or by law, that is used as a standard for measurement, of the same kind of quantity. Any other quantity of that kind can be expressed as a multiple of the unit of measurement. For example, a length is a physical quantity. The meter is a unit of length that represents a definite predetermined length. When we say 5 meters, we actually mean 5 times the definite predetermined length called meter. Measurement is a process of determining how large or small a physical quantity is as compared to a basic reference quantity of the same kind. What is blank solution? A blank solution is a solution containing little to no analyte of interest, usually used to calibrate instruments such as a colorimeter. Primary purpose of blanks is to trace sources of artificially introduced contamination. Different types of blanks are used to identify the source of contamination in the sample. In clinical chemistry, this is either distilled water or deionized water or the reagent solution alone. The reagent blank is required to eliminate the color of the reagent itself. What is a calibrator? A calibrator is a secondary reference material, which is used to adjust an instrument accuracy, often associated with a specific application. Most instruments and sensors are designed to meet certain accuracy specifications. The process of adjusting an instrument to meet those specifications is referred to as calibration. In clinical chemistry, a serum-based standard having established values for many analyte is known as calibrator. The test sample is compared with a calibrator to determine the concentration of analyte in that test sample. What is a control? A scientific control is an experiment or observation designed to minimize the effects of variables other than the independent variable. This increases the reliability of the results, often through a comparison between control measurements and the other measurements. Which includes: what is mean or target? The mean is the average you're used to, where you add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers. An example for finding out the mean value is given below. In clinical chemistry, the expected value for the particular analyte, which is mentioned in the value sheet. It is method dependent. Some products available in market provide different values for different methods, as well as for different analyzers for same chemistry. Range and standard deviation. The range and standard deviation are all measures that indicate the amount of variability within a data set. The standard deviation is the most robust measure of variability, since it takes into account a measure of how every value in the data set varies from the mean. Range. The range gives you the most basic information about the spread of scores. It is calculated by the difference between the lowest and highest scores. Standard deviation. The standard deviation is the square root of the average squared deviation from the mean. The average squared deviation from the mean is also known as the variance. Precision. It is defined as the repeatability of a particular value performed n number of times. Accuracy. It is defined as the closeness to the true value. Precision and accuracy. The third figure shows that the results are near to the target and are reproducible. An instrument with high precision and accuracy is always accepted. What is sensitivity? The ability to detect the lowest possible concentration is known as sensitivity. What is specificity? The ability of reagent to react specifically with the substance to be analyzed is known as specificity. What is linearity? The highest possible concentration of the desired substance, which can be detected by a reagent in a specimen without altering procedure. Up to this limit, the linear relation between absorbance and concentration holds good. Beyond this limit, there is no linear relation between absorbance and concentration.